Hey everyone, welcome into John 3:16 Podcast Studios. It's a wonderful day today. I'm joined by some really special guests here. I'm excited to have some of the staff of Performance Food Group out here to join us. So we've got Greg, we've got Josh, and we've got Billy here. They've been nice enough to come out and spend the day with us and work with us on some of the food solutions that we're looking for here at John 3:16. Everybody hopefully knows that we've been doing catering for years and years and years. So they were nice enough to come out and spend a little bit of time with us, helping us figure out how we can do that better. So thank you guys very much for
Glad
coming.
to be here.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all being here.
Thank you for the invite.
So I know Billy, you and Josh kind of know a little bit about John 3:16. Y'all are from the area and maybe have some personal history with it. So I'd like to start, just let our viewers know kind of how you know about John 3:16.
So we go way back. My father-in-law was one of the first 12 actual people that were out here, one of the first 12 disciples, we called them back then.
Right.
He really needed the help, and alcoholism impacted our whole family. And after he left here, he actually lived with my wife and I, and actually had a relationship with my grandchildren, which he'd never had a relationship with me, which he'd never had. And the relationship between him and my wife was much better than it had ever been her entire life. So it made a huge impact on me. And not only did I get to see that, I got to see it affect other family members that I knew that had other people that had been here. And it's just been an incredible thing. I watched him grow. I remember I was Steve Carpenter's provider when he had Josie's Steakhouse, and I remember him teaching the guys how to cook fish.
Yeah.
And so I've seen it grow just enormously.
Yeah. That being one of the first 12, I'm sure you've seen a lot of growth and a lot of change.
Yeah, it was really funny then. They were growing gardens, eating out of the garden, and my father-in-law was the only one who knew how to grow a garden. So he was teaching the other guys to grow the garden. So that was pretty neat. And we'd come down to the small sanctuary down there and had service with them several times.
It's funny you say that. I think back in my life to when I first heard about John 3:16. When I started to experience some trouble and struggle, and the only thing I knew, and this was probably back in the mid-2000s, right? And the only thing I knew about it or heard about it it was a place where you'd go and live, and you'd work out in gardens, and you'd grow vegetables, and whatever you grew is what you lived off of. And I thought, well, that doesn't sound like that's for me. But
it was somewhat like that.
Yeah, I still had a little further down to go before, Right. But so, Josh, you're from around here, right?
I actually lived about 4.5 miles where I grew up at from here. Very familiar with the area. So I remember this place when it used to help the veterans.
Right.
It used to be called Fort Steer.
That's right.
At one time. So knew John Steer and then his son and his he actually had 2 daughters. One that was quite a bit older than me, and then but anyway, I've seen this ministry from the time, really it was born to the time it is today, and how it's affected not just our community, but, it goes all statewide,
Sure.
So it's really changed a lot of people's life, and we're just blessed to be a part of it.
That's
know
right.
what I mean? So we definitely want to thank you guys for letting us be a part of it and letting us help you guys be successful.
Sure, yeah. Well, we value our relationship with you guys. It's because of things like today. You brought to Greg up with you guys, and it's kind of interesting, Greg, getting a different perspective from what, they have seen it grow, and today's the first day of you seeing it.
Absolutely, it is. And honestly, I was at a company picnic several years ago. Mm-hmm. John 3:16 was there doing their thing, and I thought, who are these guys, and how are they doing it so well?
Right.
That's my first exposure, and then this opportunity came up, and I thought, let's go do it. Let's go see what this is about. When I came on the grounds, I was blown away by the size of it, and like I said earlier, the serenity I felt as soon as I stepped on the property.
Yeah.
Very evident. Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what we've been doing for the last couple hours. You were nice enough to come and Just talk a little bit about up there at the Wells Building where the ladies are at. What today was all about.
Absolutely. Well, part of what we do at PFG, what kind of separates us from the pack, is the level of service we try to provide.
Right.
Obviously, being a chef, my background is culinary. It's not sales like these gentlemen.
Right.
But I'm able to bring that to the table. And when there's an opportunity like this, especially to get out of the office a little bit, see something new, work with some new people, I said, let's do it. We showed up today. Like I said, I was blown away by the facilities, by the land, everything. And the opportunity to work with people that are passionate about what they're doing, be able to share that, to me, there's nothing else like it.
Yeah.
It's a share of what I love doing, plus the opportunity to work with a ministry like John 3:16. I mean, it's a perfect match.
That's right. Well, you guys have in just such a short time been such a blessing to us. You know, I know you've helped us redesign our catering menu, and what today was all about was branching out. And the ladies, they're working on. They've been making some charcuterie boards. They did holiday pies, apple pies, pumpkin pies, and pecan pies. They dipped strawberries in chocolate and had those, and they'll have more of that stuff for Valentine's Day. So that's kind of what you came up and showed us a little bit about how to do,
absolutely.
right?
With charcuterie boards, it's a hot thing right now. Everybody's doing it. My thought is anybody can throw meat and cheese on a tray, call it a charcuterie board, but let's show these ladies how to make it look nice, how to present it, how to cost them, how to price them, what to charge, all the parts that go into it. Let's educate them on that and share a little bit. And they were very receptive. Had a great time this morning.
Well, I just happened to notice I was watching them watch you. You know, they were all just, wow. You know, they just seemed kind of blown away. And I think they really appreciated just the ideas that you guys brought. And I'm excited about the catering menu. You know, we're always looking forward to the next thing here at John 3:16, how we can make things better, how we can never be satisfied with that's good enough. You know, I talked to you guys about how we've got some empty beds here that we'd like to get filled. I don't know if you know it or not. I don't know if we talked about it, but for all the women that are up there and all the men that are here at John 3:16, it's free. It's a free place to come for 6 months.
They told me that earlier. I had no idea.
So
Had no idea.
One of the ways that we keep it free is by, you know, the catering that the men are doing and that the women are starting to do. So I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about maybe what you guys see in the future. You know, as our relationship continues to grow, some things that you guys might be able to see that could help us build better upon what we're already doing.
You know, I think what you guys are doing is always changing.
Right.
And you're always growing. And really what we do, you can call me a salesman or a chef or whatever, but really what we do is help people.
Right.
And we want to help you reach your goals. And I know this is very expensive to run this dang daily. I don't know how many men you have, but there's a lot.
Yeah, 160.
and several women. And so
Wow.
It's a beautiful facility, and it takes a lot to make it go. And we want to be part of helping you succeed because we see the success when Christ comes into a life and changes that person and that family.
Yeah.
And there's nothing more rewarding that I can think of than that. So we want to be as much a part of it as we can.
Yeah. You know, this morning in Bible study, we had an instructor Bible study, and you guys being in sales might be able to appreciate this. You know, we teach guys to go out and be witnesses of Christ, you know, spread the gospel, you know, talk about what helped you turn your life around. And I've written down on a piece of paper that I guess maybe for an ethical salesperson, it's really hard to sell something that you don't believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, so, you know, we are looking forward so much. I just in a short period of time, being over catering, I'm so excited about some of the things that we're going to be able to offer to people. It starts with the menu, but then there's going to be some things that we'll look at on how we can grow that.
And if you don't mind me adding,
Sure.
one of the things that I like to always tell our people is we come in and provide the service, and this is not a one-time, thanks for letting us come in, good luck to you, see you later. so on and so on. It's a ongoing relationship.
Yeah.
And our thought is if we can provide that throughout the relationship, it's going to do nothing but get better. It helps you. It helps us. It helps everyone involved.
Do you guys think that there's a lot of people out there that purchase food from you that have no idea that that's available to them?
Absolutely.
No question.
Yeah,
No question.
absolutely.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know,
underutilized, maybe?
Yep.
It is, and we do offer it, but most of the time they have no idea what we're offering.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we have so many
Yeah.
people. We do a
Yes.
lot of what Tammy and I do in-house is 90% of what we do with the test kitchen, bringing clients in. And it's so funny when they come in, 9 times out of 10, they're like, we had no idea this is how this is going to take place and how this
Right.
is going to happen.
Yeah.
I think most of the time they think you're trying to sell them something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're
Exactly
Larry,
right.
like,
Yes.
what's
And
the catch?
We're not
Right.
trying to do that. We're
Yeah.
just trying to help you.
Yeah.
Right.
And if we help you, we're building a relationship that helps us.
That's right.
You know, in the future. And there's nothing more satisfying for us, though, is just seeing people become successful.
100%.
Giving them an idea and let them expand on it. You know, that's where most of my, most of the things that you're out there doing and trying to change, you're not really trying to change people's lives or anything like that, but, you're helping them be successful. And that's what
In a
we're-
way, we are
yeah.
changing their lives.
Yeah,
It
and,
does
and,
change
and
our
Well, that's
kind of the way
yeah,
we are.
That's
so,
what I was just about
yeah.
to say. Helping people become successful. We understand that here at John
Right.
3:16.
And a lot of these people, that's their dream to own a restaurant or a cafe or a ministry, whatever it may be.
Well, it might be a legacy.
You are
even,
helping
yeah.
them get to their goal, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
And so I tell people all the time, they'll say, "You're a salesman." I say, "I'm really not a salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really just here to help.
Yeah.
Help." And that's
Solve
the
problems.
approach we
Yeah.
all take,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
It's more-
And I think that's the way to approach, especially our business, is just approach it with, what can we do? How
Right.
can we help? And Billy is a prime example, and Greg and everybody. You get into you being a servant,
That's right.
leader, and it comes back to you 100-fold. So.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the things that we're really big on around here is being servants. We just when we have events, we have T-shirts for our events almost all the time, either on the back of the shirt, up on the shoulders, or on the sleeve. It
Yeah.
says servant. It
Yeah.
says the word servant.
Absolutely. I love that.
Christ came and died for us so that we can be forgiven, and He calls us to serve our fellow man. So I just want to thank you guys
Yeah.
for being here today.
you.
Thank you for
Yeah.
not only what you did, what you brought, the experience and the knowledge and the instruction, to the day, but also you guys taking the time to sit down with us and talk a little bit about
absolutely our pleasure. Absolutely.
our partnership. I know I'm excited about what lies ahead.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Me too.
The catering is going to grow. So you guys stay tuned. There's some exciting stuff coming
Yeah.
from John 3:16
Yeah.
Catering
Yeah.
because of the support that we have from PFG.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Glad to be a part
So,
of it, for sure.
Thank you for what y'all do,
Yeah.
changing lives,
Yeah.
and
Thank
changing
you.
families.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you bet. Okay, well, until next time, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to tune off here. We hope you have a great day. Jesus loves you.